In the land of 10,000 lakes, a remarkable movement was born. Welcome to Hometown Hero Outdoors. We are dedicated to honoring our military service members, veterans, and first responders by providing them with unforgettable outdoor recreational opportunities. We believe those who have served and sacrificed so much for our country and communities deserve a chance to reclaim their spirit and find healing in the great outdoors. This is Hometown Hero Outdoors.
Hey everyone, welcome. Chris HHO here. This is a live stream, and actually this is a pre-recorded live stream. We're going to start doing more live streams here, but this one's pre-recorded. Got a lot on the agenda. I may not be able to make a live stream for tonight, so just wanted to pre-record one that I could get put together and pushed out there, but hoping to do more of these throughout the week. Wednesdays are a little bit more higher activity around 7 p.m. CST, so we could push out more information and just get more interaction about what's going on in the organization and who we are and what we do. But at the basis today, I should introduce who I am and who we are as an organization. Some of you have been around for a while, some of you haven't. So my name is Chris HHO. I'm the president for the organization. I've been with us since we started. There's a handful of us still left that have been here since we started. But we originated here in Minnesota, and the idea and the mission is to facilitate outdoor recreation for military service members, veterans, and first responders. The overall goal is to get everyone off the couch in the outdoors, teach them new healthy habits, and then help with mental health. We do know that the engagement of the outdoors does have profound effects on people's psyche and their mental health, helps with improvement, and that's what we're here for. So none of us are mental health professionals. We're all volunteers. We're here to help each other. 97% of us have served in some capacity in those professions, and then about 3% of individuals just want to help and give back, which I highly admire. So it takes a lot for someone who doesn't really quite understand the intricacies within our professions to be able to come in and say, I want to help and how and learn. So pretty awesome. But as far as the organization goes, we spread into a couple dozen states over the past 8 years almost, since 2017, and we're home based in Stillwater, Minnesota, and absolutely love this organization, the things that it's doing, and it's gotten over 10,000 people in the outdoors and helped with relationships and helped save lives and put things back together for people, teach them new healthy habits when they're out buying duck decoys or going muskie fishing or whatever it might be in the outdoors. It's helping, right? So just real quick, want to talk about a few things is we have a few adjustments that are coming up. So typically what we've done for putting up our trips or adventures in the past, people have joined our Facebook community page, and then since adapted into the trips page where people are able to post, our field staff are able to post different opportunities and different trips for people in these professions. And people can apply within the Facebook community group or the trips page. So we're actually going to be adjusting that here in time. So our website has been suitable to be able to host our trips. So when people have a new trip, they can post it on the website, and then people can apply for it on the website. This is where the most sound vetting happens for us to ensure that people who have been on our have served in these professions are vetted through our website. You do need to submit some credentials to get access to the website. But this is just the most secure way for us to do it and be able to ensure that we have the quality of people who have actually served in those professions, where Facebook can be a little bit more difficult to do that. So we have enhanced its ability to do it. Nothing's perfect, so please bear with us as we continue to engage with this new system and roll it out. But essentially, people who have served in those professions are able to go to our website. You can click join the mission or sign up, and you can apply with your credentials to join the website. And I'm just going to tell you right now that you may not specifically sign in after approval and see a whole new back-end portal or website. It's simply allowing you to apply for the trips. So if you see something underneath the adventure trip that suits your fancy, you click on that to view the details. It may or may not prompt you to sign in if you're signed in or not already, and that will allow you to apply for that trip. One of the enhancements we just recently applied this last week is if you do apply for a trip, you're getting a confirmation email that it did go through and that we did receive that. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick, and we'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the various trips that are happening across the organization in different areas. So I'm going to share my screen. Bear with me for a moment as I find the right browser. All right, so this is our adventure screen. As you can see here, this is the Hometown Hero Outdoors homepage is right here. On the top here, as we navigate through here, we're going to have Find Adventures. These are our trips. These are the things that you're going to find that we're going to put out there. We're going to slow roll, do some stress testing on this thing, make sure everything works and the process is smooth. But if you click your Find Adventures here, you're going to see we have one adventure that's on there right now. That is for the Colorado Sandhill Crane Hunt. And you can see here on this. So if you see here, it talks about who it's open to, the date and the location, right? So you hit view details. It's going to prompt you. It's going to prompt you to sign in. So if you've already applied for the website, this will bring you directly back to that trip for application purposes. If you have not joined us, you'll be able to sign in under the Join Us piece right here. So fairly simple. I am going to sign in. Go back to the adventures. See the few details here. Now that I'm logged in, this is under my admin portal, so you're going to see the more details here about the who, what, when, where, why, and then you apply for the adventure over here. And you select your information. This is where you apply. This is when you get a confirmation email back. So pretty cool. I'm going to head back. So I'm going to talk about a few of the trips here. So the application piece on there, after you apply, it's going to go to a master spreadsheet where our trip directors, our state directors, and other field staff have access to. And when that trip date for the deadline elapses, they can go and gather the information there. And then the process will be for them to be able to grab that information, do the drawing, however it was suited to do, either it's randomly or specific based on whatever requirements were approved. And then they'll contact the winners of that. So just a handful of different things that we have actually coming up here. It's going to actually be pretty busy fall here as we get closer to winter, unfortunately. Colorado has a Sandhill Hunt. Minnesota has a barbecue boot camp this weekend. If you haven't seen that, that's still on the Facebook trips page. I'm not sure if it's been drawn for yet. I'm sure it is if it's next weekend. Minnesota has a couple more McCoy launches that are happening on Mille Lacs Lake in Isle, Minnesota. That's typically a 30-person launch. It's someone who's a member, military service member, veteran, or first responder, and they get to bring a +1 with so they can enjoy that time together. Minnesota staff is Dan Dabbitt's taking some people up angling on Sturgeon Bay in Wisconsin for king salmon coming up. That's going to be a pretty cool one. One of the awesome highlights of the year is our friends down at Harris Ranch in Uvalde, Texas. Ramping that up. There's some big changes coming to that and some big updates. We're super excited about a new partnership that we've had, and we appreciate the support they've given us. There'll be more information about that. I'll let our friends from Texas talk about that in another live stream here. Colorado has a cast and blast coming up down the road here. South Dakota has a big fishing trip for at least a minimum of 15 members with 605 outfitters. North Dakota has a pretty cool one coming up. It's for a buffalo hunt. That buffalo hunt, though, I believe is going to be restricted to North Dakota residents. But that's still pretty awesome. And North Dakota has their annual pheasant hunt as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be happening. So a couple other quick things I want to share with you is some upcoming events here. I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to head over to the events tab on the website. So this is a new place where I want to showcase for everyone to take a look at. We're going to do our best to continue to keep this updated. We have some awesome people and places now to help push some of these things onto the website. So as we get new events across different states, these events are separate. These are outside of our trips and adventures. These are maybe something that we're doing as a fundraiser somewhere we're going to be in support, or a trade show, whatever that might be. But we'll start from the bottom here. So Lumberjack Days is just passed, so that's something that's in the past. This needs to come down. So in the future, what we have coming up here is the Brooklyn Park Federation Charity Golf Tournament. We were approached to help out with some of their sponsorships there, and it's a mutual thing now. So we're going to be part of the proceeds come to us, but then also a lot of the proceeds going back to the Federation from Brooklyn Park Police here in Minnesota, and we're pretty excited about that. So still looking for another golf sponsor and some other event sponsors there. If you go to the website, you click on here on details, you can find a link directly to it. One cool thing that we're really excited about is, as you all know, we in Minnesota received our charitable gambling here finally. And we can do our pull tabs and bingos, meat raffles, all this good stuff. And our partners at the Lumberjack in Stillwater, which is a lounge with a bar. A lot of games that are super cool, and axe throwing, skee ball, tabletop, shuffleboard, foosball, ping pong, pinball, a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to be hosting tailgating events for all the Vikings games that are coming up this fall and into early next year, honestly. So anytime there's a football game, -2, maybe holidays, our plan is to be there. As you can see, we got our friend up in the corner here named Sir Death. He's a big Viking super fan, native here to Stillwater, so he's going to be helping us out on home games with the tailgating parties. But the plan is to, really be in there an hour before anything occurs, before the game, before kickoff, have a good time, play some games, do some raffles, do some pull tabs, and then really have a good tailgate experience and watch the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I know a lot of you are not from Minnesota. We're hoping to potentially expand these types of opportunities into other states. But overall, this is a fun time for us to get together with like-minded individuals and be able to share experiences with each other and watch some good games and just raise some funds with some of the raffles and the pull tabs that we have available. A couple other things we got coming up is the Land Castle Summer Extravaganza, again, Minnesota, but in Hutchinson. This will be our third year attending. A lot of people bring these fish houses for people who aren't from the Northland, and they have the wheels on them with hydraulics, and they drop on the ground for ice fishing or on the ice, right? But for this purpose, it's kind of an early ice fishing show that will be in September, where we are at hosting a booth where people can come and see us. And Feel the Bands is another cool one that's coming up here in the Stillwater area. Washington County is Feel the Bands. This is hosted by the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon group for the Lower St. Croix. This year, I believe they have Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses coming, so pretty excited. They asked for help and support, so we're looking for volunteers to come help that day, so you can click on this event and these details here. But then the last, we actually got two big last things here, is the 100X survey campaign. This is just taking surveys that take anywhere between 30 seconds to 45 seconds each. You earn $1.60. You can do up to 25 a day, up to 75 total, and it raises funds for the organization. Super easy. Most people in the organization have been at it for 3 days, and most of them are done already. So it's a good way to help raise funds for the organization. So last thing I kind of want to show everyone here is our donation side of things. We have a new system that we just implemented too. It's for a monthly giving campaign, and it's pretty straightforward, but we're trying to recognize what has been given to the organization through your financial contribution. We appreciate everything. So at $10 a month, you're going to be able to begin get a decal shipped directly to you with an HHO newsletter that comes out. We're hoping for once a week here soon, but we're going to start with every other week. You go to $20, you're going to be able to get this coin, this challenge coin from Hometown Hero Outdoors. You're going to also get this decal and the newsletter. If you increase to $50, you're going to get this challenge coin. You're going to get the hat. You're going to get the decal and a newsletter. $100 a month. The coin, the hat, a custom tumbler from our friends at Relentless Defender, plus the decal and the newsletter. You bump it up to $150 a month, you're going to get all these items: the coin, the hat, the tumbler, and a custom Hometown Hero Outdoors blanket. So the initial subscription, you'll get these things in the mail as the month passes, and we will send those directly to you. It's a thank you for the contribution. Cool part is we're working with Relentless Defender on these, and the prices are low. So we're getting good pricing so we can extend that donation further and be able to say thank you to the people who are supporting the organization. So, if you are feeling generous and want to help out, please feel free to go into that monthly giving campaign and donate a certain monetary amount every month, and we'll definitely send you something in the mail for a thank you. So just trying to think of last things that I have here. Don't forget to head over to the podcast and listen to the last few seasons. We're also on Carbon TV, and we're also in development of a TV show called The Hero Chronicles, which we'll have more information on here soon. But we are looking to do broadcasting, so on different markets throughout the country. Minnesota is going to be the first markets we're going to hammer out, but there's a handful of different ones that we're going to spread across in different areas of the country. So there's a handful of ways you can support the organization. If you're looking to do more with us as a volunteer, as field staff, we have a form on our website or that we'll send out on our social media platforms here soon that people can utilize or find and leverage to see how they can support us. There's tons of ways to help. You can be field staff, you can be event support staff. If you're looking as a business to help support us financially, we have a Roundup donation program. The Roundup donation program costs businesses absolutely nothing. They just collect funds to round up purchases at a point of sale system, and those funds can be sent over to the organization. So not only does it help solicit your customer base, it can help boost your business because of who we are and what we do and who we support, right? So we can get more people in the door to help support you, and then you're able to do some charitable giving on top of that for your business. So, and then also, like I just talked about with the monthly giving campaign, but then also with the television show coming, we're going to have airtime and commercial space that we can leverage. So we're working with Rogue Productions really closely on that, getting that done. We're going to film 12 episodes that will hopefully be aired on television and then also go on our streaming platforms. So if you have any interest on purchasing potentially a 30-second commercial space, shoot out a message over to us, or you can email us at info@hometownherooutdoors.org. But the plan is to go around the organization, talk about new things that are happening, and hopefully we'll get these live streams more going and popping and rocking here. And if you got questions, input, or information, or just want to plan out help, please reach out to us. Send us a message on our Facebook page, any of the social media platforms really, or at the info email at hometownherooutdoors.org. So thank you all for hopping on. Got a little long-winded, but thank you. Appreciate you.